Hey everybody, this is Chuck Marone with Strong Towns. I'm out here in Baxter, Minnesota. This is for those of you that don't know Minnesota at all. Baxter is the kind of attached suburb to Brainerd. My hometown of Brainerd, my hometown of Baxter. I actually was born in Brainerd, lived there for a couple years, moved to Baxter where the family farm is at. Brainerd Baxter is kind of like the same place, right? But Brainerd's the old railroad town. Baxter is the suburb. And I'm out here walking this strode called Cypress Drive. Cypress Drive. Well, let me just turn around here so you can see. Cypress Drive. Well, I'll walk out here in the middle. Cypress Drive has no traffic. 4 lanes through the middle of nowhere. There used to be a golf course on this side. There's kind of like a nature preserve area on this side. And at some point, a long time ago, someone drew a line on a map and said, our transportation plan is that a road should go through here someday. And so here's the road. I think it was built around the, I can't remember exactly, but I think it was built around the time of the Obama stimulus money. So like 2010, something like that. At the time, it was, a big wish for growth, right? Like, we're going to build this and this old golf course will develop and we'll get, all kinds of growth. It's been 14 years now. I mean, it's been well over a decade. Literally nothing has happened. Nothing has happened out here. And in fact, very little has happened in Baxter itself. Yet now there's a report that the council has paid for a study to extend this road all the way through to another kind of regional county road. Just for some context here, we're standing here on this unused strode, right? And I'm turning around here. There's a parallel road here. Then there's a frontage road to a highway, obviously another frontage road. So there is this strodish 4-lane unused thing here, then 1, 2 more till you get to a 4-lane highway, state highway, Highway 371. To say this is redundant, right? I was thinking about when my kids were little and I read them the Lorax, and I'm not trying to make an environmental point here. I think you could make an environmental point here. I'm not trying to make that. I'm just dealing with the mindset in that book of biggering and biggering and biggering and biggering. There's something about putting a line on a map and giving, in a sense, an engineer, a public works department, a planning department, access to capital, access to a budget, and a line on a piece of paper that kind of becomes destiny. And nobody is really able to step out of that sometimes, often, in this case in Baxter, and say, do we really need to bigger and biggering and biggering and biggering? This is absolute madness. I mean, to me, the idea that we would invest this much money in this road and get nothing out of it for over a decade, this is one of those instances where if this were the private sector, people would have lost their jobs. Companies would have had to restate their earnings. There would have been, all kinds of things. In the city, it was just like, well, it didn't quite work out the way we thought. We lost a ton of money. Nobody says that. It didn't quite work out the way we thought. What we need to do is biggering and biggering and biggering, and ultimately we'll bigger it enough where it will actually work out. This is the insane kind of things that we do. And I'm out here not to shame Baxter. I mean, Baxter should be shamed, but I'm out here because your city most likely has a transportation plan with lines on a map that are, in a sense, destiny, and that destiny will transcend any reality that might exist on the ground unless someone with some Strong Towns thinking actually intervenes. Be that person. We need to stop doing madness like this.